Today I'm going to tell you how the Python works internally. Python is an interpreted language where interpreter means that it will execute line by line. So if there is any error in the first line, the control will not go to the second line till that error is resolved, and every time you execute, it is being interpreted. Now, I'm going to tell you today is the internal working, how the interpreter actually works. Now, when you install a Python software, you have an interpreter and you have all the support libraries inside that. Now, interpreter is simply a software which will execute your code, your source code, line by line, and will get you the running program. Now, you should be knowing about this thing now. The interpreter is actually made up of two parts, which is the compiler and the Python virtual machine. Now, you will feel surprised that interpreter is doing the compiling job also. Now, compiler compiles your source code, the statements that are there in your file, into a format that is known as the bytecode. Now, bytecode should not be misunderstood as a machine code. Bytecode is a lower level code which is platform independent. So the main advantage of the bytecode is it can run on any platform. And secondly, it is executed. Any program which is already converted to bytecode is executed fast because you now do not have the compilation process to go into converting a bytecode. So if you have a program whose bytecode is already available, you can run it fast in the Python virtual machine. So the bytecode is not a machine level code, but it is a lower level programming code which is platform independent. It is an efficient code and it helps you to run the execute the program faster. So the C Python is converting the source code into a bytecode, and it is, as I said, is always done to speed up the execution. Now, what does a virtual machine do? Python virtual machine is a runtime engine of Python, and it is always present as a part of the Python system. So it is the last step in the Python interpreter. So Python virtual machine takes your bytecode and interprets it line by line to get the executable code. Now, you must be surprised and you must have never seen this thing is that how you can create a bytecode. Now, if you make a module and you import a module in some other PY program, then the CPython converts that module into a bytecode and give the name of the file as .pyc extension. So it is the one which contains the bytecode and it is present in the folder called pycache. So that next time when you have to import the same module, then it will directly use the bytecode file, the pyc file, and hence it will skip the compilation step and will make the execution faster. So I'm going to show you today that how you can create a pyc file. So I'm going to make a new file. Let me declare a variable and print in module add. Let me give the name of the module as add. So this is what I have done. Let me save the file. Let me save the file for you and give the name as add.py. Now, when I'm going to create a new file, let me show you the pycache folder also. So let me refresh it for you. You can see this is an empty file. Now the pycache folder, you will find it in your app data local programs Python. Now mine is Python 3.7 version, so you will find that pycache folder here. Now let me import the file, py file, the my module here, and say print imported the module in try to So let me give the name of this file as try2, and in try2 I am importing my add file. Now once I save this, let me give the name as try2 and save. Now, the moment I have saved and executed, you can see that add module got imported and executed. What was there in the add module? A variable was getting initialized with 4 and the print in module add. So you got the print in module add. So when this module has been imported, after that in the try2 the next line got executed was print the imported module, and you are right now in the try2 file. So let me show you the pycache file. Can you see it here? That add, and it's a pyc file, C Python file, a compiled Python code. This is the file that has been created. So can you see this is a pyc file created in the pycache folder. So since we have imported, it has automatically created. This is the bytecode of the imported module, so that next time when you have to import, it straight away uses this and makes the execution faster. Now, in case you want to make your own modules to be in the form of bytecode, then you have this py compile module which you need to import. So let me show you by importing py compile. Let me give it as nickname as pycomp. pycomp. So let me import this and execute the function in pycomp as compile function. Now compile may the file name that I'm going to give is try2.pyco. Make it as a compiled Python code into a bytecode. So since this was not imported anywhere, but still I want to make this into a PYC code, so bytecode. So this is how I'm going to do it. Now, sorry, there was a mistake in the spelling. Compile. So let me run, and now as you can see that it has created a file by the name as try2, a pyc file in the pycache folder. Let me show it to you also, so you can see that try2 has been created in the pycache folder. So this is all about how the Python runs internally all the modules inside it.